Hey guys, so let's discuss about template method design pattern in this session. So this is basically a behavioral design pattern. So as the term suggests, that template method is a method which contains a bunch of steps of an algorithm, and basically this method retains in an interface or in an abstract class, which is later on implemented by the subclasses, and the subclasses basically implement that those step methods based on its own context. So and later on the client application uh, calls this template method to generate the specific type of output based on the underlying algorithm implementation that a specific class does. So this is very simple concept. So and absolutely this design pattern is much more easier than the others. So this concept is pretty much straightforward. So let's get into the next slide and check the basic UML diagram, and this has been collected from the Wikipedia. And so what they have done here is that they have declared an abstract class where there is a template method which contains the primitive 1 and primitive 2 function, which are supposedly to be the steps of an algorithm. As I have said, a bunch of steps are divided into subsections and in different methods in this case. So for example, we have the primitive 1, primitive 2, two methods here, and this template method contains these two fun methods. And the subclass, definitely there will be much more than one subclass. And what this subclass does is that it implements the only the primitive 1 and primitive 2 functions based on the context it provides, or the functionality this class provides. And then later on the client class will execute this call this template method instead of the methods of this algorithm or the implementation class. Okay, so we'll have the UML diagram of our own. So this is the example one. So just to give a brief idea what this template method pattern is, and how this pattern is, or class orientation of that design pattern. So the goal of this session is that at first we'll gonna create a report template interface or an abstract class, and then we'll define bunch of report generation algorithm steps in the method form, and then we'll define a template method which will contain these algorithm steps in it, and then we'll create the implementation class for this report template, and finally we'll write a client class to generate report using the report template on each call. Okay, so let's get started. here we have the basic QML diagram of the task we are going to accomplish in this demonstration. So basically, we are going to have that report template interface. We are gonna use the interface instead of abstract class in this demonstration, and there will be some methods to generate a report. For example, read file, data collection, generate report. These three are the steps of the report generation algorithm. And then finally we have the template method, which will contain all these three methods in it. And then we will have the implementation classes. For example, PDF report and XLS report. Both of these will override this read file, data collection, and generate report methods. And they will both of these classes will contain their own implementation of these methods. And finally we'll have a main or a client class, which will be using this report template to generate a specific type of report. So here let's consider this actor as the client application or the client class, which will send a request to generate a PDF report, for example, to the report template, and then it will this template function will be executed for this report PDF report class, and then the success message will be sent to this report template, or the PDF report will be generated based on the request or the algorithm this PDF report has for this specific request. And also it will, for example, will send request for XLS report, and then this template method will execute regarding algorithms for XLS report generation, and it will send back that actual XLS report to the client. So what we have implemented is that we have created or declared one interface called report template, which have the steps to generate the report. And finally, we have the template method, which contains the steps within it. So then we have the implementation class PDF report, which implements the report template and contains the own implementation of this algorithm steps for report generation. So same goes for this XLS report. It has its own implementation for generate report. And finally, we have this main class, which um, wants to get a PDF report and calls the template function from this report template interface, and which definitely gives the uh, actual output based on the implementation this PDF report class provides. So same goes for this XLS report. It provides its own implementation of XLS report generation to generate the output desired output file to the client application. So that is basically it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Peace out.